generation entrepreneur. The father had already set up a big empire, which was known all over. So they thought it will be easier to get through, and project proposal was fantastic. It had all the financial parameters, they were put right. The financiers, went on asking, and he went on, they both of them, went on answering. But at the end of it, financier says that, sorry, gentlemen, we cannot put finance in your proposal, in your project. So both of them are frustrated, and they said that what actually went wrong? The proposal seems, feasible. Why? What's wrong? So following day, they talk to the father. Father is also puzzled. This is a real story I'm telling you. The father is also puzzled, and he says that let's go and discuss, talk to them. What actually, is wrong. So following day, or maybe a couple of days from then, they go to the financiers and tell and ask them, okay, what's wrong with our proposal? He says, look, come here. And, both of them were taken to the mirror and says, look yourselves. And both of them were obese, fat, and, unkept. They were very, very unhealthy. They had a lot of money, but physically, they were no good. So financier says that, if you cannot manage your own body, how will you be able to manage my funds? Millions of dollars, we want to put in your project. You cannot, do that. And that's the only reason, despite having right project financials, I'm not putting money in your project. And gentlemen, these two persons are no one but Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani. And subsequently, there is a story which says that both of them, took care of their health. So that's a story. And in tomorrow's time, I'm sure this will be considered by our investors. So it is very, very important. And, I would request, Jayeshbhai and his team to ensure that, yes, ensure that all your staff and all your students, and wherever you go, they remain fit. So with this note, I welcome everyone. And once again, congratulate and compliment Vispy for, ensuring to, and relentlessly, he's been talking about health, and wherever, he gets chance, he's always ready. So I'm very happy being with you. Thank you very much. Over to you, Divya. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's really motivating, encouraging to have you with us. It's like having a father figure, guiding star. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Mrinal Joshi to play the introductory video of our eminent speaker for the day. The introductory video of Mr. Vispy Kharadi would be played by Joshi, sir. Over to you, Mrinal, sir.
Yes.
This is the man of action and highly awaited Mr. Vispy Kharadi. I would now request Mr. Vispy Kharadi to lead us towards the only way ahead, towards the healthy lifestyle. Over to you, Kharadi, sir. It's indeed a matter of pleasure, unconditional pleasure, because the member of the family that is B.R.C.M, has unconditionally agreed to us for the session of the day.
Yes, Vispy sir, you need to unmute yourself.
Unmute, that's what I was looking at.
I think there is some connectivity related issue. Let me check.
Yeah, hi.
Welcome, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
I think connectivity issue.
Yes.
Welcome, Vispy.
Welcome, sir. Good morning.
I hope you all can see me now.
Yes, go ahead, Vispy.
Yeah. So, good morning, everyone. For the first time, I am having a webinar session with my own college, B.R.C.M. So,
Yes.
as Kamlesh said, that like the authority is thankful to me to be here. But to be very honest, I'm humbled to be here. This is my college, and I have to be here anytime my college needs me. So that is what I think.
So kind.
And coming to the topic straight away, because that is also a part of my research, that people lose concentration if it's more than 20 minutes. So let's jump onto the topic. Otherwise, people will leave the room now. Okay. So every time we talk about health, every time we talk about fitness, but it is not about only health. It is about healthy lifestyle. It is about holistic, healthy lifestyle. We should always think about it. And the thing is, as a healthy person, we all know that a healthy person never smokes, eats healthy, balanced diet, or thinks positively, has very good relationships, and so on and so forth. But according to me, there are certain parameters of a healthy lifestyle which we should understand. And there are 4 parameters according to me. And to the people here, I would say that whatever I'm going to mention here, first thing, I will not lie. Second thing, I will only mention things which I know to the best of my knowledge. If I don't know, I will not mention at all. So I will request everyone to keep their questions as of now with them. Mostly I will try and cover up everything so that their questions are already answered. Later on, we can take up the questions, of course. So the first parameter, I think, is physical parameter. The body. Now, what is that? Basically, when we think about physical parameter, it's all about good nutrition, eating right, getting physically fit, doing beneficial exercises, adequate rest, etc. and etc. But this is basically a tough decision, and this is basically one tough decision which will give you benefits for a longer time. And this is a difficult moment because around 10% of the world's population is fit, not more than that. So if you want to add up to 10% of it, then you have to take that choice now. Otherwise, you are going to repent heavily. That is for sure. The thing is, in our body, every cell of our body is working towards good health. Every cell, except us. Only we are not working. Every cell is working. So that's an irony. And as Kamlesh sir mentioned, like, just imagine you're lying on a bed, sick, when you have all the money and all the fame with you. It has no point, right? And like, even if we use so many gadgets, so many machines in our day-to-day life, we keep checking them every now and then. We keep servicing them every now and then, but we don't listen to the signals and the pain given by our body. That's wrong. So we have to understand what our body is signaling, why our energies are getting lower day by day. That is why today's generation is facing so much problem. Like I have seen young people like around 24, 25 years old, they are having slip disc. I have never heard about slip disc before 40, 50 years like age. So young people are getting slip disc. They are getting muscle stiffness. They can't even fold their legs and sit on the floor. That's the problem. Young people have insomnia. They can't sleep at night. And we then blame the gadgets. But it's not about only gadgets, it's about the whole lifestyle theory they are practicing. That's wrong. Like बात पे नीचे से ऊपर देखा चक्कर आ जाते हैं सबको. Young boys and girls, that's wrong. They have eye problems. Young kids, school-going kids, they have eye problems. Lazy eyes. कभी हमने सुना नहीं था lazy eyes क्या होता है पहले. Now we are hearing it very often now. So it's something like that. Like, see, even if our mobile, even if our car is not giving problems, we send them to service regularly, right? So the problem with our body, we don't understand the pain. We don't understand the signals. We try to prolong it. We try to be tough, you know. We don't understand the signals or the pain given to us, and then it's too late then the body starts giving a lot of problems. So you need to practice this. You need to practice how to understand the signals, how to practice understanding the pain levels, how to understand why the energies are getting low. And if you practice it regularly, it will be a very easy task. And I basically believe in, we have to strengthen the weakness first. Like against the very, very famous saying, which was in old days, all the athletes or all the bodybuilders used to say like, focus on the positives and forget the negatives. I say, no, it's wrong. I say, if you really want to be tough enough, if you really want to be fit enough, you have to focus on the negatives. You have to focus on the weaknesses, strengthen them, then you will be an overall strong person. So you have to not neglect the weak points or the negative points. You have to target it, you have to act on it, and you have to correct them. That is very, very important. Nowadays, like during this COVID time, we all have seen that everyone is having a lot of screen time. So how to use it? We have to use screen, no doubt about it. We have no other option, but how to use it? There are different, like we are all like using gadgets, but we don't search about the shields which are available in the market to use it before the screen, especially for the kids. We don't use it. There are simple solutions, like when you continuously keep on seeing the screen, you have to look at a distant place away from you for a few seconds and then again come back to screen. This is a very, very good exercise. You need to practice it. We need to do Sirshasan. If not Sirshasan, you can just try and do Sirshasan. That is very, very important. Blood flow has to go up all the way, because sooner or later your eyes are going to give up because there is a lot of screen time. Second parameter, the first parameter was physical. The second parameter, I would say it's about mental thing. So there has to be lot of give and receive. We need to practice forgiveness. That is not there. There has to be love and compassion, of course. You need to laugh out loudly, especially on yourself first. That is very, very important. You need to have joyful relationships around you, friends or family, but their relationships has to be there. My wife is sitting next to me. She is saying me. Okay, yes. So it's something like that. So you need, parameters are very, very important to keep you mentally fit. Third parameter, I would say it's about emotional well-being. To be very frank, the young generation is facing a problem of self-pity. They like being in this particular cage, self-pity. So there has to be a self-supportive attitude, positive thoughts and viewpoints, which we always mention, but no one practices. That is very, very important. And the fourth parameter, I would say spiritual wellness. So whenever today is yoga day, so meditation, calmness, openness of thoughts and creativity. All this comes into spiritual wellness. So like people would think here that I'm going to give good lectures on it, but don't worry, I'll come to the topic now. So why healthy lifestyle is important? We need to understand why. First and foremost, a healthy lifestyle reduces stress, reduces the burden on the problems given to you, to your body, for better recovery, for coping up with situations in your day-to-day life and your relationships, and etc. etc. So there is a typical evidence or research shown that people having healthy lifestyle are healthy. It's straight, it's bottom line. So we need to be very, very focused on healthy lifestyle, and it's not about the terminology of extending the life expectancy. It's about living long with a healthy life. That is very, very important. It doesn't matter if you live long, but if you're in hospital, no point. You're going to burden on your family. So, and why don't, the main question arises here is, why don't we practice healthy lifestyle? With all the education and knowledge we have, we don't practice healthy lifestyle. So here I would say we are still having, we so-called say we have a busy lifestyle, you know, but we don't have a healthy lifestyle. So that's wrong. So here convenience comes into picture, and convenience often wins. And when I say convenience, you let go the healthy aspects and you catch on the other aspects of life. And nowadays, we all are mentioning during, especially since COVID 3 months time, people are talking a lot about activity, being active, physically fit. So people have opted for being active. Now, why being active? Because it's a demand. Like your friends or families, they keep on talking about activity, being active. So they resort to something very easy or a shortcut method called dieting, you know, or say they resort to walking or running. You know, people just go on the streets and walk or run, and they do dieting. Now, whenever I say dieting, I say it's a torture, because you basically starve your body with carbohydrates or enough nutrition, because your target is just to lose some weight for a shorter goal like marriage or function or 31st party or something like that. And you forgo the aspects of nutrition and being healthy or creating good muscle mass in your body and overall situation, you know. The problem here is people try to run, people do dieting, and they stand on the weighing scale. They even see the results on the weighing scale, but that's not the actual case, because on the weighing scale it will show, they will feel happy about it, but the problem is they are losing muscle rather than fat. And when they lose muscle, we all must have heard about that people have hanging flaps over their tummies or something like that, you know, because they have lost a lot of muscle too in the process. And this dieting is torture, and sooner or later your body is going to give up. So my request here is to everyone, please consult a good nutritionist who can give you proper dietary guidance about macronutrients, micronutrients. Please consult a fitness trainer who can train you in good cardiovascular activity, strength training, endurance training, flexibility, and everything. So it's an overall fitness situation which you're creating if you consult a good fitness trainer and you consult a good nutritionist, not a dietitian. So, and please don't take care of the advices, please don't listen to the advices given by your friends or your family, you know, or reading in an article or looking at an ad. Yesterday only I saw an ad that Maggi is good. It is Atta Maggi now. So it's a big joke, but the FMCGs have to do their own work, but we have to do our work also. Like there are when people go out in, especially elder people, they go out in for morning walks. You know, someone tells them that olive oil is very good for them. So the rest of the people will come home, go to a shop, buy olive oil. but क्या करते हैं, घर आके पकौड़े तल के खाते हैं उसमें, so no point. So that's typically you're misusing the essence of a good dietary guidelines. So please don't take advices from people who don't know about health, nutrition, fitness. That's my simple advice. BMI or your basal metabolic rate or your blood work is very, very important before getting into your fitness regime or getting into nutritional guidance, because everybody is different and everyone has to be given diets and supplementations separately. For example, vitamin D. Vitamin D, if females take it at night, because vitamin D itself is a hormone, I think there can be sleep deprivation. So I would say females should take vitamin D in the morning with breakfast. Men can take it at night before sleep. Something like that. So we can't give everyone the same advice. Like if one person is lactose intolerant, I can't give that person milk products or whey products. I have to define something else and give it to her. So there has to be a proper understanding that one diet or one fitness regime doesn't suit the other person. Here, see, at the end, I would say our body is the best engineering which has happened till date. No one can beat it. So you just have to charge your body for 1 hour maximum in a day, and 23 hours you are free. At least do something with your body. At least do some physical activity with your body for 1 hour. You can do that. So, and those who think they have no time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. So that's what every good trainer or every good wellness coach always tells. And good health is very, very simple, but it is not easy. No, we talk about good health, fitness, everything, but it's not easy. Now, being healthy means you have to have a proper lifestyle. Your living habits have to change. You have to eat with a focus on your body rather than your tongue, something like that. And which doesn't happen. Majority of the times we eat with the pull with your tongue, not with the body. So that's wrong. So you have to take slow steps towards healthy lifestyle. Chote step aap lo, and trying to implement it for 2 months, and then introduce one more step. For example, try sleeping early at night and try waking up in the morning early. That's one step at a time. Practice it for 2 months. Then after 2 months, try something else. Try drinking more water, like 4 liters, 4.5 liters a day, something like that. Like other 2 months, try not to touch any junk food, something like that. So you slowly and steadily, you have to implement small steps so that you can achieve a whole healthy lifestyle. And in 2 years time, I think you can come into that 10% of healthy people in the world. So, and I often tell a lot of my clients, I do counseling, that are you into a healthy lifestyle? And I often, throw certain questions to them, that if you have doubts whether you are in a healthy lifestyle or not, you have to answer these questions to yourselves. Do you wake up in the morning with enthusiasm? Do you have high energy to do any task given to you? Do you laugh easily, and majority of times do you laugh on yourself? Do you find solutions for the task or challenges thrown at you by life? Do you feel valued and appreciated? Do you appreciate others? That's very, very important. Do you have a circle of warm, caring friends? And last thing, do the choices you have already made get you to what you want in life? So these are certain questions I always ask to my clients, and they need to answer it themselves. And if the answers are not getting to their head, they need to work on those questions first. Something like that. So that is healthy lifestyle. Now there are certain components of healthy lifestyle. First component is eating healthy. You have to eat healthy. Like there has to be a balanced diet throughout the day. All the meals should have micronutrients like proteins, carbs, fats, minerals, vitamins, everything in one meal. Something like that. But the problem is we don't even chew properly. We just chew for 2-3 times and gulp it down because we are in a hurry. We can't even eat with ease or without stress. Even when we eat, we have something or the other in our mind, or we have mobiles in our hand or something like that. Or we read magazines or newspapers while we eat. That's very, very wrong. One should not do it. So why we should not do it? Because I would say whenever your body is into any activity, the blood flow which comes to different muscles comes from gut. Okay. Now gut is your second brain. And when you eat food like that without chewing or gulping it down or in hurry, you are trying to flow a lot of water into the gut at one time. And what happens is there is a lack of signal by the gut to the brain. Because when you eat slowly and steadily, the gut regularly sends signals to the brain that slowly and steadily the food is coming down. I am digesting it as soon as possible, and then we will get to other parts of the body. But when you throw so much of food at one time into the gut, there is no signal. So what happens is the brain and guts leaves everything aside and they start working on digesting that food, which is not eaten properly. Because gut and brain knows it that if you don't digest that food in 3 hours time, it will be toxic. And that will be very, very harmful to you. So that's how our digestive system and the gut works, but we don't know how to eat it. We can't even eat with ease. That's the problem. And I often say to eat is a necessity, but to eat intelligently is an art. You have to eat intelligently. The other component is active lifestyle. So you will need to include fitness as part of your life. Physical fitness keeps your weight in check, helps you sleep better, prevents heart attacks, etc., etc., etc. You know, those who think, like again, I will mention those who think they have no time for bodily exercises, sooner or later they will have to find time for illness. So that's a caution word which everyone should understand. People who constantly drive themselves to fitness without a goal, I compare them to animals. All animals are fit, but they have no goal. They're absolutely fit. Now, what is goal? Now, I have a goal of being fit. I know what fit will lead me to. Okay. So there has to be a goal-oriented fitness regime. Then only that fitness will work in a positive aspect. Otherwise it won't, it's just like an animal. Okay. You need to understand what these benefits can reap me in my life and what this will lead me to have a healthy lifestyle and other parameters of life, which it generally has a chain reaction. If you're not fit, everything will go down pathetically. So that's absolutely we need to understand, and there has to be a goal. Being fit means you're buying more healthy years for you. Probably, for example, we all retire at 58 or 60 max. What if I am very healthy and I can work for 80 years, till 80 years? Probably I'm earning 20 more years for my family. So that's very, very important. Probably I'm not a burden on my family. That's other aspect. There's something like that. So good health and other thing is whenever we need our body needs to react and act. Like for example, I always mention this in my mixed martial arts training also, when we train our forces. What if there is a robbery at your house at 2 o'clock in the night? You can't react. We have seen a lot of examples, you can't react. Your body doesn't get active at all. So that is how we need to have fitness regime so that your body is completely active. Okay. Stress management. The other third parameter I would say is stress management. Now, emotional stress, we all know, has a very important role in your in many illnesses, both directly, indirectly. People who are more likely to smoke, like we know, people who are into emotional stress, they are likely to take drugs, smoke, drink too much, argue with each other, get irritated. They don't have good relationships, etc., etc. You know. So you have to understand it properly. You have to accept that you are into some kind of emotional and mental stress and work on it. Okay. So, and off late after this Bollywood actors incident, we all have heard about it. So sleep is very, very important. Absolutely important. It's not that like you have to sleep for 10 hours. No, that's not the point. You have to have deep sleep. That is very, very important. If you don't sleep early at night, if you try and fidget with your gadgets, if you keep on watching TV and don't sleep early, there is a stress hormone called cortisol, which will start depositing fat in your body. So again, it has a chain reaction, more fat, more unhealthy you start becoming, and so on and so forth. Like I always mention it to all my clients too, like a sleep deprived person dies sooner than the person who is deprived of food. So something like that. So, and again, deprivation is not about 10 hours or 12 hours. It's about getting deep sleep. 4 hours, 5 hours deep sleep is enough for the body. Okay. Now, again, with all the knowledge and education we have heard about women who keep on working right from the morning to the night. They do their household chores. They work also, everything, but they don't get enough time to sleep. They don't get enough time to exercise. So a lot of times I even ask my clients, those who come for counseling, that why aren't you exercising? So they say we sleep at 10 o'clock, then we have to wake up at 5:30, 6 o'clock and start our work. I tell them sleep 1 hour less, exercise for 1 hour, you will live longer to sleep more. So that is very, very important. You need to have at least 1 hour of charging to your body. 1 hour is very, very important. At least 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour, you have to do something or the other with your body. Cold showers. Now, when I talk about emotional stress, I always mention about cold showers. Now, cold showers have very good advantages we need to understand. Like it basically increases your willpower. When you take cold shower, because you don't have that willpower, you don't take cold showers. You resort to warming it up and taking a shower. So if you have a good willpower, so it will definitely increase your emotional, mental health. That is very, very important. And again, your nervous system's response increases with it because of cold showers, because you're getting active immediately. It increases and stimulates your immune system, the lymphatic system, your circulatory system, and of course your digestive system. So there are n number of benefits of cold showers. It improves your skin. It improves your health. it wakes you up immediately. If you are feeling bored, stressed, you just take a cold shower, you will be active immediately. Just try it. Of course, it has a lot of advantages towards better cardiovascular activity, cold showers. Muscle inflammation, we all know about it. If we have muscle inflammation, doctors also advise us with ice packs. So cold showers help in lot of muscle inflammation also. And lastly, I would say it makes you happy. So I do it every day. It definitely is helping me. It definitely, I can relate to what I am saying, and that is what I am saying. It makes you happy. That is very, very important. So diseases of the soul are more dangerous and more numerous than the diseases of the body. So you need to take care of your soul first by doing all these things. Make friends with yourself. You need to understand your body. You have to love your body first, and then think about something else. That is very, very important. So not ego, I would say, but self-esteem is very, very important. So that is how it should be. And the last parameter, I would say, powering up your mind and body. So this is how you need to talk to your body and mind. You need to power up yourselves. You need to give a lot of strength to your body and mind by talking to it. Now, what is this? I would say, I would like to say a story here. Like there was a mountaineer who climbed up an icy cold mountain up, and there was a old lady sitting there and meditating. The guy asked that female that, what are you doing here alone? There is nothing to do here. And the lady said, I have lots of work here. And like I have to train 2 hawks. I have to train 2 eagles. I have to assure 2 rabbits. I have to discipline a snake. And I have to motivate a donkey. I have to tame a lion. The guy said, I don't see any of them here. What is that? Then the lady answered and explained that 2 hawks, like hawks have a very sharp eye on everything. So the hawks are my eyes. They try to see the good and the bad. And I have to train them to see only the positives and the good sides of the life and not the bad sides. I have to train the hawks. I have to train 2 eagles. So eagles have powerful claws, they can tear apart anything. So I have to train my hawks likewise that I don't hurt anyone else. So I have to train them likewise. Again, I'm a martial artist, so I can say this. I have to train my arms likewise so that I don't hurt anyone else. That's very, very important. I have to assure 2 rabbits. Now rabbits go here and there. They want to go everywhere, and whenever there are problems, they stop. They don't go. They hesitate. Or whenever there are challenges, they stop. They don't go ahead. So rabbits are my legs. They are my feet. So I have to assure them they step right. And whenever challenges are come, I motivate them to go ahead. I have to discipline a snake. Now this is very, very tough. Now this snake is surrounded by 32 bars, 32 teeth. So snake can sting, So I have to discipline a snake likewise that I don't hurt anyone. I don't say anything which anyone doesn't like it. And I don't eat with what the tongue wants. I eat with what the body requires. So I have to discipline a snake likewise. And second last is I have to motivate donkey. Now donkey is very stubborn, doesn't want to work hard. That's my body. So I have to motivate my donkey. Lastly, I have to tame a lion. Now lion always feels he's the king of the jungle. That is my ego. So I have to tame a lion. I have to make the lion understand that you are not the only king here, and you have to respond and respect everyone else around you. So this is a small story where, recently we have seen people not focusing on work, and rather they concentrate on criticizing, evaluating, and judging others. So I think this story tells something about it. And after being consistent, you develop that inner strength. You need to develop that inner strength like muscles. Like muscles can be grown with lot of work, efforts, time, So that inner strength, I would say, it's willpower. So just to mention here, my world records, like my last record, I had bed more than 1400 kgs on me in between nails. My team had lot of weight on them, everyone. So do you think physically, if I'm fit, can I do it? It's not possible. I have to be disciplined in a way that my willpower has become strong. It's only because of the willpower we can do such stunts. Otherwise, physically, it's not possible. And also sometimes willpower, like people who have seen me train, people who know me, how I train, people who have seen me getting injured. Like 2 years ago, I had suffered a slip disc in the gym. And the 5th day, I came back to gym and I squatted heavily. There's something like this. So if my willpower is not strong, I'm not saying here, again to mention, I'm not saying that you all should practice this, but I'm just mentioning the truth that you can also work on your willpower. And that's how you can lead your life. So there are certain facts about willpower which I would like to highlight here. Like it has a chain reaction. If you are very, very, if you train, if you sleep right, everything have a chain reaction, So that's increases the willpower. If you don't eat, if you don't sleep properly, your willpower is also going to go down. Willpower is like a muscle which I mentioned. You need to work on it. Your feelings often affect willpower. So for example, I'm doing this a risky stunt. And if I'm feeling the emotions or the bonding by my family or friends, I won't be able to do that stunt. So if you are emotionally too connected with something or the other, your willpower is going to hamper. And it's like your willpower is a renewable source. It's not that every time you have willpower. If you've done one thing, your willpower must be high, then it again perishes off. But again, you have to work on it and increase that willpower to do an extra task or other task coming in your life. And I always mention, if minds are crammed with thoughts, organs clogged with toxins, bodies stiffened with neglect, there is no space for anything else in life. So we have to understand these toxins. We have to understand this cramped thoughts. We have to understand this stiffened neglects and work on it. At the end, about this holistic lifestyle, I would say there has to be a balance. For example, if I'm very, very successful in my business and career, if I'm not fit, there is no balance. It is not going anywhere. If I'm very fit, doing very good physically, but I am not successful in my my relationships, if I'm not successful in earning good money, then also is going to be a problem. So it's a chain reaction. That's why I always talk about holistic lifestyle. It has to be a balance in the life, and that is how it should be. So no success in life can compensate your failures at home. Like if you are successful, very, very good in my martial arts, or if I'm very good in my fortunes in creating number of gyms, but if my family if I'm not good at my relationships, my family, I think it's no point. If I'm not happy, I'm not able to make my family happy, it's just nowhere. So at the end, fitness means your body and mind has to be at ease. That is what we've understood till now. But what about the organs? Your organs need to be at ease too. Have you ever thought about how the organs are fixed in the body? They are hanging in a veiny situation. It's not like वो hammer लेके उनको body में ठोक दिया है. ऐसा नहीं है. They are hanging around in a veiny situation. And if when we talk, when we walk, when we sit, when we sleep, if our postures are not correct, they collapse on each other and the system will collapse. They can't work properly. So our organs need to be at good ease too. That is why we need to have good postures throughout the day. If we sit, if we walk, our postures need to be correct. And that also is a very, very good aspect of fitness. If your core is strong, your posture will definitely be stronger. And last two things I would say, whenever you wake up in the morning, give a smile at least to yourself, for your body, that your soul is resting in that body. Be happy for your body that day. When you wake up, that is very, very important. That is we covered that parameter, start loving yourself, something like that. And lastly, be strong in your character. Like when we talk about holistic lifestyle, but your character is not strong, I think it's no point in talking about it. So we need to be very, very strong in our character. The character has to be very, very profound, it's like in a day, just to mention some research which I have done, there are about 60,000 thoughts in a day which comprises in our mind. Out of that, 95% are repeated every day. Out of that 95%, 80% are negative thoughts. So that comes to around 45,000 odd figure. So here I would give an example. Even if you don't know driving, and when you drink heavily or when you are overdosed with a drug, you feel that I can drive. And that is how accidents happen. So if one negative thing, if one wrong thing can prompt you to do so many things without fearing, just imagine there are so many positive food substances and positive aspects in life which can motivate you in a longer term. So we have to focus only on the positives, not on the negatives. So I think that covers the holistic lifestyle which I wanted to mention about. It's all about mental fitness, emotional fitness, spiritual fitness, everything. So I think I'm good to go with the questions now.
Thank you so much, sir. Points noted, but you so subtly said it correctly that we need to be conveniently self-aware for all the parameters that you suggested. Thank you so much for being with us unconditionally. Now I would request Dr. Mrunal Joshi to carry on with the question answer session. To you, sir. Mrunal, sir.
Before going with the question answer session, I request all the participants that they should fill up the feedback form, and feedback form link will be activated for only 15 minutes after completion of this seminar. So please kindly fill up the feedback form as and when our session will be over. So sir, I would like to go ahead with the questions. There are the certain questions that already you have answered, so I am not going to repeat it. So the first question is about the walking. That is that daily walking is effective? Does walking really helps in reducing weight and our metabolism? That's the question, sir.
Okay. Now there are two parameters here. Like in our Indian culture, we've heard a lot about walking after So that's the most wrong thing to happen. Never walk or never exercise or never strain your body after taking meals. Don't do that. Please take rest, sit in one position, watch TV, like read newspapers or magazines, whatever, but don't walk or do physical activity. So what I mentioned earlier, there is a signal loss between the gut and the brain. So when you are active, when you walk or do activity, your blood flow has to go into those muscles rather than digesting the food, something like that. About metabolic rate, I always mention that ये चलने का काम बुड्ढों का होता है. So I see a lot of young fellows walking around. Please don't do it. It's very simple. You can walk for around 2 hours. You will feel sweaty. You will feel high in your heartbeats too. But there is no actual work on the fat drop. So rather you just jog for 5 minutes. I think you won't be able to jog for 5 minutes continuously. So just imagine 2 hours you walk and 5 minutes you jog. So the strain when you jog is much less than the strain when you walk, because when you walk, you keep your heel on the floor, and when you jog, you are jogging on the toes. So there is shock absorption always. So please don't walk without a goal. So it's again the topic which I mentioned, fitness without
the goal.
So when you walk, there has to be brisk walking. जो टहलने लग जाते हैं यहाँ पे सब वैसा नहीं करना है. So there are old people, there are people who are physically not fit to jog or do cycling or do skipping. They can walk, but there has to be a brisk walk. Brisk walk is when you walk with your movements of your arms also. It's not just normal walking. So when you move your arms, your legs, your shoulders, everything, those muscles start burning up, and that's how fat percentage can go down. That's how fat gets burnt. So it's not normal walking will never help. So I am against this normal walking practice, brisk walking or jogging. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the next question is from Shankar Vaishnoi. He's a research scholar from Jodhpur, Rajasthan. Sir, he's asking about एकदम से तीव्र गुस्से तथा उसकी प्रतिक्रिया से बचने के लिए क्या किया जाए?
You mentioned research scholar, right?
Yes.
इतना master sir today.
Okay, इतना गुस्सा आ जाए. No, just joking. Okay. See, first and foremost, there are few steps to control your anger. Whenever you think negatively, anger has to come into picture. So if you have always positive thoughts, you can't be angry at all. That is one. But if sometimes you get choked up, you need to throw up or you need to talk out to someone, and if you feel that you will blast out and hurt someone else, if you're not able to tame your snake, which I mentioned, so you need to count up till 10. Okay, just count, stay quiet, count up till 10 and then react. Don't react immediately. So that is how those 10 seconds will make you think what to do and what not to do. So this is a very, very simple solution which I always mention to a lot of people. फिर भी लोग नहीं कर पाते हैं, वो बात अलग है. But these are basic things. See, you need to understand हम कुछ भी करते क्यों हैं. कुछ भी करने से पहले हमको इतना समझ में आना चाहिए कि हम ये करने से हमको फायदा होगा या नुकसान होगा. अगर गुस्से से आपको फायदा होता है तो इतना सोचो कि किसी और पे गुस्से करने से उसको नुकसान हो रहा है, सामने वाले को. So that is also wrong. So please don't do it. गुस्से से फायदा किसी का नहीं होता है. You need to talk and sort out matters. There is no problem in this world which cannot be sorted out by talks. Just talk it out, take some breaths, and then react. This is my simple solution. Otherwise, he is a research scholar. He can research more.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the next question is about how we can work out at our home without going at gym. This is a question from one of the students from our college.
I have my own gym, but during this COVID period, I have been working out at my home only. And there are people who are training with me online. And those people are straight away telling me they don't need gym now. Why? You go to gym, you use certain equipments, you take loads of weight, you know, but your body itself is a weight. You can use your body in the right directions, in the right formations, and use it as a load to give to your body and exercise. So your rhythm, your posture, your biomechanics have to be perfect. No, otherwise you will not be able to strain that particular muscle. For example, I have seen a lot of people doing push-ups for many years, but there is no effect on them at all because the push-ups are wrong. Something like that. So you need to understand the biomechanics of each exercise and do it. You can do it slowly. You can increase the intensity of your workout by varying your tempo, rest rates, everything. So something like that. So yes, lot of resistance can be taken, lot of activities, cardiovascular activity can be done, lot of HIIT exercises can be done. You can use your staircases if you are in an apartment for cardiovascular activity. Lot many things can be done. Like to be very frank, there were no gyms in old ages, but they were very fit. Something like that. So you need to understand, you need to invent something and just try and look at the YouTube videos, you know, home workout videos. Try and research for yourself and do something of your own. That will help you.
Sir, the next question is from Dr. Mahyar Patel and Dr. Ranjish Jain. They are asking that during this COVID-19 pandemic, what should we do for healthy lifestyle as well as what kind of the exercise we should do?
Doctor is asking me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, that is what I mentioned earlier. Immune system or the circulatory system or the lymphatic system has a major role in creating or boosting your immune system. So there are different lymph nodes in our body, many lymph nodes in the body. And whenever we work on the muscular skeletal muscle, the muscular system, the lymph nodes are squeezed. Whenever the lymph nodes are squeezed, the fluid passes throughout the body, and that is how it helps in raising the immunity levels. I will not go much into the detail, but this is how it works, So that is why physical exercise is utmost important in building immunity systems. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid, is utmost important in these days, not only during COVID, but if you regularly have good dosages of vitamin C throughout the day, throughout the years, I think you can have good immunity against any of these diseases. So that's very, very important. So I hope I have answered, because of course there are doctors who have asked me, but vitamin C, immunity, cleanliness, social distancing, the government thak gaye bol ke, but yes, social distancing is important because you never know who is passing nearby you. So you need to be aware of the situations. You can't be, you need to be responsible citizen first. Like we have seen, like there are lockdowns which are opened up, but they are opened up for the sake of doing daily routines of banking, financial routines, not to do partying and meeting people. That's wrong. So you need to be responsible citizen, understand the situation, because still the cases are rising up because people are not understanding social distancing. So this is absolutely wrong. Social distancing, physical activities should be upped. Your nutrition, micronutrients, especially the vitamin C, vitamin D3, B complex are utmost important. Please, and I think, yeah, vitamin C I've already mentioned. So that's very, very important. That's it.
So next question is also regarding that what should be that intake before and after workout, that is pre and post workout, what should we consume?
Okay. Pre-workout. I basically, if you ask me, uh, I basically feel that I have to have a good meal before workout, 1 hour before the workout. So my meal comprises of proteins and carbs both. Because if you can afford to have carbs before workout because you are going to deplete it down when you work out. After workout, you need to have good protein source. So that is why trainers will also tell you that have a protein shake after the workout. It's very simple. But listen to your body. Don't listen to your trainers first. Take advices of your trainers, but listen to your body. If your body is not able to take it, lessen the dosage and then try it for a few days and then increase the dosage. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so there are lots of questions, but I will end with this last question. That what is the essential of the yoga? So today is that the International Yoga Day. So what is the importance of the yoga in our life? So
Okay.
advisable to better to explain
Yoga and
meaning of
martial
the
arts go hand in
yoga.
hand.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Yoga and martial arts go hand in hand. Now we need to understand why yoga. What does yoga do? It is nothing but basically breath control. If you can have a breath control by doing any exercise, any martial arts from any physical activity, that's yoga, according to me. So you don't need to do proper certain asanas or pranayams. You can just sit idly and try and control your breath. That's yoga. It will help you meditate also. So I'm not a yoga practitioner, but that's it. That's what I can mention about yoga.
Thank you, sir. But sir, there are the number of the questions. So will you provide some way that how people can approach you or contact you in case if they have any query?
Yeah, you can. They all can, contact me through my Insta page or Facebook page. They can definitely contact me. I'll answer them. I just read a message that can you please repeat all 4 pillars of? That'll again take half an hour.
Okay, sir. Okay,
They
sir.
can contact me on my Facebook, Vispy Kharadi on Facebook and Vispy Kharadi on Instagram also. They can contact me. I will definitely answer to them.
We have also shared your link with our WhatsApp group, and I'll also share the link with this particular our session. And sir, should we end up now?
Yeah. I'm okay.
Because there are lots of the questions and they are continuously coming. So there will be no end of this. And of course, let me tell all of you
no
that
problem. They can definitely shoot questions on my pages. I will answer them. So at last, thank you so much. I am humbled to be with B.R.C.M college again. Thank you, Jayesh sir. Thank you, Kamlesh sir, Runal, Divya madam. Thank you so much.
It was pleasure having you, Vispy.
and
It's always great to have you.
And
I am senior to you in B.R.C.M, if you remember.
Yeah.
No, but it was a great journey. It's my first college, and no, even in those days, professors were telling me, why so much of sports? You focus on your education, but that's how I was it.
Finally, of course, Vispy sir is actually my classmate. He was my classmate during at our college, but actually I am under his training. So of course I would to call him Vispy Kharadi. He is my teacher. So I used to tell him sir. So thank you so much, sir, Vispy sir, Vispy
My
sir.
pleasure, my pleasure.
I'm also very much, yes sir.
And anytime I will be up for B.R.C.M, just a phone call away. I'll be there.
Thank you so much, sir. So I'm really very much thankful to all this supporters to this webinar. I'm of course thankful to Yagnik sir, who has been part of this seminar, and all the participants and our college teammate who has supported us very well in this webinar. Thank you very much all. I'm going to share feedback form soon, and within 15 minutes it will be closed. So thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Great. I hope everybody I've given whatever they wanted to listen. I've tried my best to do it.
Yes, sir, many of them already given their feedback in chat. They are really amazed with whatever the story you have shared, whatever the knowledge you have shared. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much. Thank you.
It was a great holistic session, Vispy.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, arigato, sir.
Arigato.